See you sucker soon on a hot summer day. Coffee comes back in a nerve-wracking way. The dishes and laundry take the garbage out. What a day, what a day, what a...
Well, what a day, yes. Thank you for watching Capital Region Today. I'm April, your host and producer of this show, which brings some really great guests into your home or wherever you are. Maybe you're sitting in a car, who knows? But anyway, we're here today. And we're bringing a number of guests to it. We're going to be talking about Global Eye Project. We'll be talking about love letters, lost and found. That's going to be interesting. We're talking with miSci, and they've got some great programs coming up for the school week. Landis Arboretum, one of my favorite places to go and visit, is going to be on. They're celebrating their 75th anniversary, but they're going to be doing a lot of really interesting things, and we'll talk about those. And then we're going to wrap up the show with our student activist, Calhoun is here, and we're going to be learning what students think about what's going on in the world today. So that's going to be a fun interview, I'm sure. Again, I'm Ann Perillo, and you're watching Capital Region Today, and I'm so happy to start out with Global Eye Project. This is Anshu, Chandra, and you are an optometrist.
Correct.
And you go to Haiti?
Yes, I've been going to Haiti for 16 years.
16 years?
Yes, to provide eye care in underserved regions, not just anywhere in Haiti, in rural areas where there was no eye care present at all.
None at all?
None at all. When we went there, we started out with just eye camps. And I mean, the lines would be out the door. We'd be working like before 7 a.m. till past midnight and couldn't finish the lines. And people would take their animal transports and stand all day hungry, and if we didn't finish them, they would sleep right there, wake up the next day, stand back.
To get be first in line, yeah.
Yeah, to get their eye care, and then when they got done, they would take their horse or donkey back home. I mean, it was beyond humbling to see people like going hungry a day or two just to get eye care.
Well,
yeah.
and when you tell me this, the first thing I think of, well, suppose they needed glasses. Are there anyone making glasses, or do you bring down some and hope that they work?
Yeah, I mean, so we, our team of 10, 12 people, we'd be carrying several suitcases each filled with glasses, medications, and exactly, like taking a bunch so you hopefully can fit people with the prescription you had. And sometimes you couldn't fit them. So those were challenging cases to try to see, is there a contact you can find and send or bring it on the next trip? But that sometimes becomes really hard.
Yeah, and so what do you do for like glaucoma and things where you might want to, do eye surgery? I mean, because you're not a surgeon, obviously,
right.
But you bring a surgeon with you?
Yeah, our teams, when we went on the mobile clinics, our surgeon would be joining us, and we wouldn't do glaucoma surgery because they're a lot more complicated, but we would be doing cataract surgery for people who were bilaterally blind, meaning both eyes. They just couldn't see at all. So we would
because of the clouded vision.
The lens was blurry. I mean, but we would never make it through our list. So it'd always be like, maybe next time we'll get to it. I mean, and these are the things that kind of led us to creating a full-time clinic down there in 2015.
So you have a full-time clinic now?
Yeah, so in 2015, we got to a point where the cases that were coming in were so advanced. Like a child came in who was 6-year-old with a tumor in place of his eyes, and we realized that these trips we're doing, while they were beneficial, they weren't really the solution. What they really needed,
they were stopgap.
Yeah. And what they really needed was a full-time service, so when they had problems, they could reach out for help. And so we created a small little clinic in the local hospital there in one small room, and what was planned as like a 2-station exam area now turned into this 11 exam area in the same space. We just squeezed it in because the volume was just so much. And then we trained the locals down there. I think that's the unique part, so they can continue the service even when we were up here. So I actually went down there in 2015 and lived there for several years, teaching, providing care, and now these staff members that we have are pretty independent and doing a great job.
And you still go down to?
Oh yeah. I mean, I go down for several months at a time. Like I was there December and January. I'll be going down this April again. So yeah, I go down, I bring supplies, medications, and we keep on teaching them even from here. Like actually this morning I had a lecture with them this morning. So every morning there's a lecture online. And so we keep on supporting with that. And at this point, we have done over 132,000 free eye exams for people over there. And people come from everywhere in the country. country to get the care that they can.
They know when. Well,
yeah.
The clinic is ongoing, obviously.
It's ongoing Monday through Friday. We're open for emergencies, and the staff and we've gotten some advanced equipment to be able to diagnose things.
Are you getting that donated? Or?
Some of it is donated, but one of the hardest part is shipping. It takes a lot of financial funds to ship. Whatever you get, you got to ship it to Miami, ship it to Haiti, then bring it to our clinic, take it through customs. It's a big thing.
Yeah, it's not easy to do.
It's not easy to do, and when we are taking it down, it's hard as well. One thing.
It doesn't fit in your backpack.
A lot of it doesn't, but some of it does. Whatever can fit in gets in the backpack. Yeah, actually, when I'm going, that's one of the biggest challenge. My backpacks and my suitcases are so heavy and so filled, but you have to because it's just hard, otherwise people don't have care.
Right. Now you brought some photos, so let's look at it, because it looks like you showed one of the photos as your team, so let's look at those.
Yeah.
I guess that was well, let's start out with this since we have it. Okay.
Yeah. One of the coolest things we have done is we've added we're not just providing care, we've added some preventative programs. So we're doing screenings for little kids. We have started a pediatric vision screening program, and not only just for kids, but we started it for premature babies. We noticed premature young kids were coming in with irreversible blindness, and we traced it back to them being born prematurely. The treatment they were getting that was helping them survive was causing them to bleed inside their eyeball, something you couldn't see unless you
got a hematoma behind.
And the retina started bleeding, and so basically they would go blind. They would have a retinal detachment,
like an occlusion.
Yeah, and then so we now screen those babies. We screen about 1,500 babies and treat 50+ babies. But if we didn't get to them, these kids would be blind, and there's no rehabilitation program. No. There's no guide dog. There's no braille. There's nothing. It would be a life of dependency and loneliness. It'd be horrible. So when we save these kids, I think that's a big thing, because these are the future.
Yeah. Now, can we bring that photo up? There we go. Now, this is your team down there?
This is part of my team, and they're doing such a great job. These youngsters they're from that community, and they've learned, and they've gone through a 5-year training program, and they're doing such a fabulous job. They go through, we've created this massive training program for them, consisting of lectures, hands-on clinical skills. We even created these online continuing education tools where they get an exam, a course and an exam, and they have to pass that with 100% score, because we want to make sure they know the maximum they can to take care of their community. Yeah. So
and it is their community, so they're involved in
this. Is literally their local community. Some of them are born. The guy in the black, his name is Sedwan. He actually was an orphan. So these guys are talented, but to be able to advance.
You put them on a track.
Yeah. And the one on the corner, the left corner, Nicolo, he wanted to be a teacher and couldn't afford to go to college. Most of them couldn't afford to go to college. And so, he is now teaching in our clinic. These guys are not only providing care, they're teaching the next set of care providers. Yeah. So we are a training and a work training program. So we train and we have them work. So it's kind of like a really wonderful thing like that.
So is there any government support?
There is no government support. That is the challenging part. Technically, there's no financial support. There's a lot of, we appreciate what you're doing support. And so
attaboy, right? Pat you on the back, right?
They appreciate what we're doing. They've always been supportive in letters when we need to get support. So they have been supportive, saying, what they say to me is we don't have the capacity to go out there and serve these people who need help, and you're doing this for us, so thank you.
Okay, so how do you get your funding?
So it's basically through donors, private donors, just reaching out to people, somebody giving $5, $10, $100, whatever someone wants to give. Okay. Initially, for the first 10 years, basically, I was working. I come back here and I work to support myself and to support all of the work. I'm 100% volunteer. I don't even take a transportation reimbursement. So I work to pay all of that and help to sustain this clinic. And I would initially reach out to friends and family to get support, but now we have to create our own full center.
You're a corporation now, a nonprofit.
not only that, the little clinic we created in that room at the local hospital, we have to vacate that in 2027. So we have to have our own eye center at this point. So we purchased land, and now we're looking to build this full-time clinic where we can expand and have those 11 stations actually have the space they need. So we're looking for help to be able to build this eye center, to be able to continue these programs of providing care to, kids, parents, putting parents back to work, allowing them to see, or having that grandparents still be independent.
Yeah.
So I mean, these are important things.
I mean, what you're doing is miraculous in a way, because you're putting a lot of needed services out there that they did not have before. I can't believe that they didn't have this before.
No, they really didn't have this before, and there are many areas in Haiti still don't have it. There where people come from. Our goal is to create this,
if they can come there.
Well, they spend days coming to us even now. So we want to build this center where we can continue providing care, continue providing training. We're going to add the surgical component so we can take care of cataracts right there at our place, but then we hope to create satellite clinics in more remote areas. So people
I was going to say that
yeah.
it has to be an outreach. Yeah.
Right. So people don't have to travel 2-3 days to come to see us. There was a mom who brought her little child, like a 2-month-old child, carrying him in one arm on the back of a motorcycle and a bag in another arm. And she went through the mountains in Haiti, unpaved mountains. And when she brought the child's eyes were white, and the child was born with glaucoma. So while we worked to diagnose...
So they were occluded, then nothing...
I mean, first it's hard to diagnose why is this happening. So we took a few days to figure out what's going on and then try treatments on this child. And while we did that, the mom literally just slept outside our clinic. She had a blanket, but we opened up one of our supply boxes and gave her a box to sleep on. And out of her bag, she pulled out of a stove and dry food and started cooking out there. I mean, and when she had to bathe, she would hand this baby to like random strangers, not because she was careless, just so desperate to get this child the help he need. So these are the kind of people we help provide care to, and the local workers there are, I think, amazing, because what they are doing day in, day out, helping their community, I think is amazing. And this is a very interesting social model. You're providing a service they need, the local community is being trained, so there's a training component, and then they're turning back around and helping their community. And we do charge a small amount for our glasses. We start charging for our glasses at less than $2.
Yeah. Which is probably a lot of money there.
It's a lot of money, but we start at that. If someone can afford a higher, nicer pair of glasses for $5, we'll take that. But if they cannot afford it and they need it, we reduce that cost or give it at no cost. And when we build this new center, and one of the phases of it, we want to add an actual optical lab where we'll cut the glasses and customize it.
Be able to do that.
Right.
Optometry, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
we're almost out of time. But
sorry,
anyways, if you want to make a donation, you could go to their website and maybe make a donation, and maybe you'd like to make a trip there and help. Yeah,
maybe I would welcome you guys to come out there. And, if there's anyone who wants to know about this work, feel free to reach out to me on the website.
So I'm just pleased to have you on the show. Maybe we'll do it again when you come back.
Sure.
Good.
Sure.
Okay, we're going to switch over to our next guest, and we're talking about love letters, lost and found. You're doing a lot of charity. I mean, here's, an organization. Tell me about your charity show and dinner.
Okay, well, Love Letters Lost and Found has been an ongoing, wonderful effort to help. And this time we've chosen several organizations, and I can list them for you if you'd like. We have the St. Peter's programs of their addictions, ALS, and Alzheimer's programs.
They have a big Alzheimer's program.
Yes, and autism research, as well as ASPCA, and we found a wonderful animal rescue in the Wilton Mall, the Hope Animal Rescue. So we are definitely...
that was at the Hope. I wondered what that was, yeah.
Yes, that's part of that animal shelter. We did straight A's. I'm a public school teacher, and I thought the cute idea would be just to get straight A's with this particular dinner show.
Oh, yes, you're getting straight A's, no question. You brought a few of your partners here.
Yes, these are wonderful additions and actors, comedian to the dinner show. We have the talented dramatic actor Luca Brassy,
Hi, Luca.
And the talented Ed Miller, who is
Hi, Ed, back there.
known as Ruli as well. He has a wonderful character. Maybe he'll come out and say hello.
Good.
But the dinner show really is at the Saratoga City Center.
That's a great place.
The venue is beautiful, and the contacts there are just
And your
wonderful.
food, I mean.
Saratoga Hilton is going to cater it. We expect it's a live 7-piece orchestra. And every musician is just about from the Capital District.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy to work with some of them. Some of them are retired music teachers. And
I think we had a slide up there with the musicians on it, yeah.
is that right? Oh,
Yeah, I
great.
think so.
Please do,
Is
because
it there?
they couldn't all get here today, and I
think
know
it
they
is.
wanted to be here.
Is
There
that the
they
one?
are.
Yeah, that's the one. They're going to bring it up now, yeah.
We have
There
a
it is.
tap dancer from LA who I worked with in Disney World.
So these are your musicians?
These are my musicians.
Yeah.
They are wonderful people who want to help. There's a few of them that are not from the Capital District, but they're making the journey.
I can't believe that you put this all together.
I did. I am.
This is a big project.
I'm excited.
And it's in November, so
It
you
is.
have a little time to keep working at this.
Oh, yes, November 14th.
Okay.
And tickets are on Eventbrite, and you can purchase them.
They
but
can buy them ahead of time.
we have 2 for you, though.
Oh, thank you. Oh, goody, goody, goody.
Yeah.
Goody.
And you're fine. And I'll let the gentleman speak.
Yeah,
and-
okay, Luca, you going to start out?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
Whatever's
tell me
better.
about yourself.
Well, name's Luca Brassy. So, born and raised in Schenectady. I got into professional
Me too.
wrestling. Oh, really? So yeah, I actually did Schenectady today years ago when I was a teenager, a long time ago, and I started off as a professional wrestler actually, and that was
Really?
my introduction into entertainment, and then from there, got into music, then acting. Was with a modeling agency for a brief time.
Wow.
And did
What
a
a
lot of different
talented
stuff.
guy.
Thank you. But yeah, I enjoy entertainment. I don't like the business side of it, but I love the entertainment side of it.
Yeah, I know, that's the
So,
nice part.
yes,
Yeah, that's the fun part.
yes.
That's why you have an agent or something that does all the other stuff.
Yeah, right. But yeah, it's been a journey, but I'm really happy to be involved.
So what are you going to do on the show?
Yeah, well, I'm happy to be involved with the project. Thank you to Connie over here.
You're welcome,
And
buddy.
so I'm very good at playing villains. I'm very good at dying on camera. So yeah, a lot of the films that
Don't die on this show, though.
A lot of the films that I've done, they like to kill me off because through my training in pro wrestling, I'm really good
Well,
at
because
acting.
you were in wrestling, so you know how to
I know how to
fall.
act hurt. I know how to act like I'm dying, and I'm pretty good at it. So they love to kill me
Yeah.
off in these films. But I play the villain in this one. I don't believe I die in this one.
No, he does not.
So
No.
is there like a play? You're going to do a little play? I mean, what's Ed doing in this?
Well,
It's kind of a mix.
it's a
like a mix
mixture.
of
It's a
musical
mix.
acting.
it's the love letters idea, where I'm just gonna tabble in since that question came.
Go
The
right
love letters idea. I actually go to the public libraries and I find original love letters that have been written, and we put music to it.
Oh, nice.
And so there's a time in the show that my voice gets stolen by the villain,
Oh,
and the hero is Ed.
you're the hero?
So go ahead, Ed.
Okay, go ahead. Ed.
My name's Ed Miller. I didn't start acting until I was in my mid-40s, although I've been acting up my whole life.
Yeah.
But
I think your parents told me that you were acting out a lot.
oh, I'm definitely acting out all the time. Got myself into a lot of trouble as a kid. But my daughter was in a play when she was like 12 years old, and that was her only play. And then I said, I can do that. I mean, you didn't get it from your mom, you got it from me.
Absolutely.
So I started acting and I loved it.
Yeah, it's fun.
It is a lot of fun. So I've been in maybe 25, 30 plays. Then I started getting more involved in improv, and I really like
I
improv.
love improv.
And that's and I created a character which rescues Connie in this show.
My voice, yes.
I won't get into it. I shouldn't tell her exactly what, right? Though.
No.
No, we'll save
we
that
want you
for-
to come and see it.
Yes, exactly. But I will rescue her in this with my character that I created during COVID. And his name is Ruli, and if you want, I can introduce Ruli. He's definitely a character.
He's definitely getting into character.
Hi, Ann.
Hi there, Ruli, is that your name?
Yeah, my name is Ruli.
Ruli, okay.
Yeah.
Where you come from, Ruli?
I was born in Sing Sing Penitentiary. Yeah. Well, I was.
Good start.
Yeah, my parents were. They were roommates there. Well, they were. And I got adopted by the Rodriguez family. Yeah, I did.
So your last name is Rodriguez?
Yeah, Ruli Rodriguez. Okay. Don't I look like a Rodriguez?
Yeah.
Questionable.
Yeah. But I ran away. I kept running away all the time because I didn't like being. I just didn't like being with people.
You want to get back in the penitentiary?
Well, I don't know, maybe.
Well, you have to stick around for the show, and then you can do it.
Yeah, but I can't wait to be in this show with ConnieMarie Ray. I like to say that.
He's great. You see why I chose these guys?
You really have some really talented people, and thank you, Ruli.
Oh, sure. Should I turn back to Ed again?
Yes, you can.
Oh.
Call Ed back. Okay. Little schizophrenic here, little personalities.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. So you created that character.
Yes.
Yeah.
In
Fun,
2020,
fun.
and I have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah. So it sounds like this is going to be a really fun show.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But the point is, you're raising money.
Absolutely.
For charities.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that is your mission.
That is my mission.
And how many people are going to be in the show besides the band or the musical?
So in totality, I would say about 20 with everybody involved. Mm-hmm.
Get out.
Well,
20?
for the and all the other hands on deck. Like, so I have the sound producer, and that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I count us
but
all as a
team. But
team.
that's a lot of people that you're pulling together.
Yeah, and we all feel the same. We want to help.
Yeah.
So
what
this
a
is a great
wonderful
way.
project. And
Thank you.
love letters are really coming from you.
Well, they are real.
Yeah.
Some of them are fictitious, but the when I go to the library and I find them.
I mean, you're giving the love. Is
Oh
what I'm trying
yes.
to say.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes,
giving the
and
love.
I am, and we'll be singing many songs from the 1940s all the way to the present
And
day.
you sing too, right?
I do. I'm a vocalist.
Yeah. What do you sing? What's your favorite song?
My favorite song? Oh gosh, I don't know.
You don't have one? I mean,
I love
the genre is what I'm looking for.
Oh, I like doo-wop and 40s.
I do
and so,
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to hear something?
Yeah, I do want to hear a
She
love
is
story.
fantastic.
What would you like to hear?
Well, you just give it to me, baby.
All right. The night we met, I knew I needed you so. And if I had the chance, I'd never let you go. So won't you say you love me? I'll make you so proud of me. We'll make them turn their heads every place we go. So won't you please be my little baby. There you go.
Yeah. Too much fun. I like to have a little fun with my guests. I'm sorry. I'm not a singer, but you are. That's a good thing. You do have a lovely voice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Are you professionally trained, or is this just kind of came down?
Well, I have to thank the genes from my grandparents. My grandmother, Connie, may she rest in peace, my namesake, was actually supposed to be a professional singer, but
Really?
being from a Sicilian background, her mother passed away and they needed her to be the mom, so she stepped in and her music career went.
And it went down the tubes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what happened.
Yes, and she became a seamstress, so it's very, very,
So-so.
Yeah, get it, so. Get it. Oh, and you're good. but
I can't help myself. I'm sorry.
No, you're quick. I like that.
Yeah, she's great. But I've been singing since age 3. I learned to sing. My mother and father would sing to me a lot in the car. And I learned Sicilian to sing, and then I went on.
So you know a lot of the Italian songs.
I do.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm,
We
I
ought to
do.
get together. Yeah.
I would love that. I would love that. And then I just kept singing. I was
Yeah.
in shows, and that's how I met these fine gentlemen. We were in a show together. So, and then it just became a dream, and I
Yeah.
just let it happen.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great show, and I think you guys are just amazing to be part of this and to raise money for charitable institutions that everyone is struggling, it seems now, because grants are drying up and funds are drying up. So we need to, as a community, get together and do what we can to support these organizations. And St. Peter's, of course, does
Yeah,
wonderful. And
they've been
animals. I mean, whatever you've picked is going to be good, because I know this woman is very caring. So anyway, yeah. So thank you all for being here. And,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Say hi to Rowie when you're here.
Really?
Rolly.
Ruling.
Really Rodriguez.
Yeah.
I want to rule him out, but I can't.
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that.
I'll tell him. He was very happy to be here.
Was he happy to be
Yes,
here?
yes.
Okay, good. Well, give him my regards.
And he sings too, but he sings far, far away.
I'm not going to ask him to sing.
No, you don't want to hear him sing. He sings far, far away. That's his only song he knows.
Thank you all, and I hope that maybe we'll get you on in the fall just for that big last plug.
We'd
So
appreciate
that'd be
that.
great.
Thank
you
you.
all for being Luca and
Thank
Ed
you.
and
Thank you.
Thank you.
ConnieMarie.
Thank you,
Good to
Ann.
see you. Thank you.
Thanks,
Good.
Ann.
Okay, we're going to switch over to miSci, which is going to be out of this world too, because you have a planetarium.
Sure do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot going on over at miSci. We are open this week to the public. So break week started yesterday and it will commence on Sunday the 12th. We have break week classes, but the bittersweet is we're actually at capacity for break week classes this week.
Really, you're at capacity?
We are. So
But your museum is open,
The
right?
museum is open, but we are urging people to get their summer class tickets now, which are available on our website. We will be open 11 to 5 this week. We will do 3 planetarium shows, public planetarium shows. And as you may already know, as you mentioned the planetarium.
I love the museum. So go ahead.
So Saturdays and Sundays, we introduced a 4 p.m. laser matinee for folks that aren't able to make it to our Rock in the Dome series on Saturday evenings. So
What are you doing in the Rock and Dome? You did Led Zeppelin, and who are you doing now?
yes, we are moving on to, I believe, Beatles.
Oh, the Beatles.
Yes,
Oh,
we
yeah.
have Beatles, and the laser movie Magic is the 4 p.m. matinee, so it's kind of like a kid-themed soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yes.
You've
but-
gotten very creative there.
Oh, we're certainly trying to lean into like what's trendy. But yeah, the technology in there is unbelievable.
Well, no, I was there when you had the first one.
Yeah, that was Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I said. And the visuals are amazing, and you get the music and the visuals, and it's like you have been transported somewhere.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely the idea, is that you're immersed.
Yeah.
It's kind of a versatile experience for miSci. So we've seen beyond just families at this point, which is really exciting for us.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are your current exhibitions that? Yeah, because you did Measure Up.
Yes.
Is that still up?
We still have Measure Up, which I know Chris talked to you about back in November. And then just behind Measure Up, we have Eye Candy, which is all about...
Eye Candy?
Yes, and it's all about optical illusions.
Oh, cool.
It is very cool. And those 2 exhibits are miSci curated, which is even cooler in my opinion. Just because they're built in-house. And then, of course, we have our design zone, our interactive STEAM arcade, and we have an exhibit in our lecture gallery, which is just off of our main gallery, called Snow, a Winter Wonder. And I know we're trying to get past the snow here in upstate New York.
Not this morning.
I
looked
know.
out and I go, what
I
is
know.
going on?
I was thinking the same thing this morning. I'm like, I'm ready for it to be warm.
But by the time I left the house, it was gone. So
Yes, it's warming up. But so we're moving out of that, and we have a really exciting showcase that we will have on display for our fundraiser in May.
Yeah. Now, I know I was part of the curation of the, which you may not remember, but we did a kitchen exhibit.
Yes,
yeah, so I was part
yes.
of that planning, which was really a lot of fun, deciding what to put into it. Were any of these exhibits that you curate, are they being transported to other museums, or are you just kind of enjoying them and going on with the next one?
We are definitely enjoying them, and we're working on getting them to travel to other places because, I might be biased, but I think they're really great, and I think they could serve a lot of other communities too.
Yeah.
But for right now, we're just enjoying them. The community's enjoying them. We see a lot of new faces, and we've been lucky enough to have over 19,000 or close to 19,000 students every year through field trips.
That's amazing.
It is. It truly is. So there's a lot going on at the museum,
Yeah.
especially with our exhibitions.
Yeah, and I also noticed that you have like a homeschool day.
Yes,
which
yes.
is kind of interesting for people who do homeschooling. They
Absolutely.
have a way to expand their curriculum.
Absolutely. And we have taken on more programming. also geared towards wellness. So we do sound bath, we do meditation. There's just so many new programming that we're bringing to the surface.
You still doing birthday parties?
We sure are, absolutely. We've actually, we've kind of expanded on that a little bit. So it might, for people who have had birthday parties previously, they get to gain a different experience this time around because things are a little bit different.
Now, how do you do a birthday party? Suppose I wanted to have a birthday party there. What do I do?
Sure.
I call you up and I say, I want to have a birthday party there. How about Friday night? Does that work for you?
Well, it's a little more detailed than that.
Okay,
but,
that's why I'm asking. It's because maybe somebody is interested.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're also trying to lean into adult birthday parties because we love the kiddos, but now that we have Rockin' the Dome, we would love to invite more adults.
What a great way you combine it with another activity there.
Yes. Cool. So hopefully we can, this upcoming year, we can really lean into adult birthday parties in our planetarium with the lasers and even the music shows. They help people, to celebrate their birthday.
Oh, absolutely.
And more beyond that, we also have weddings in our planetarium. We have engagements, all of the above. Literally.
Isn't that fun?
It is very fun.
So how long have you been there? Because you're brand new. She's a newbie on the show.
Yes, it's my first time on TV.
And she's doing great, isn't she? Everybody goes, hey.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm very excited. So I've been with miSci. It's going to be 5 years in May. I started at the front desk. My heart will always be with the front desk.
So you're the person I paid when I came in and did my thing. No, actually, I write a check. So.
Yes. And I've just kind of worked my way into fundraising, and it's a good challenge for me. I've been learning a lot, and I've already had the appreciation from being at the front desk, but now I have a newfound appreciation for fundraising.
What goes on behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And raising money is important. Do you get any grants? I know that you got a big one for construction or
Yes. So we are hopefully securing our $10 million for the building. We've started with the roof. And we are getting some grants.
Yeah, I remember the leak in there, yeah.
Yes, yep. But the good news is that we are going to be able to stay in our Schenectady home.
Yeah, and it's a lovely location.
It is.
Yeah.
It's circular, which is kind of challenging, but it is a great location.
But you've made a lot of changes, and every change seems to be better.
Yes.
Making it a little bit better.
Yes.
You opened it up a little bit more. You did a lot of things that were really nice. And of course the hallmark when you walk in is the planetarium right there in front of you. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, with
you have the Goto machine, which is one of the rare ones in the United States, right? There's only 12, I think, in there.
Which ones are you referring
the Goto?
to? Oh yes,
yeah.
our Star Ball. Yes,
yeah.
Of course. We are the Museum of Innovation.
Is that how you pronounce
after all.
it? Goto? G-O-T-O.
G-O-T-O.
Yeah.
Yep. That's one of our fan favorites, the Star Ball for our Cosmic Wonders show.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, there's a lot of stuff we can do in there, especially now with the projectors and lasers. There's just a lot going on.
Yeah. The one thing that it's kind of like off the beaten path because you have to drive up the hill, but it's like a jewel in this community to have a I call it a world class because you've got the planetarium, you've got the exhibitions, you've got the hands-on, you've got a staff you've got all the photographs from GE. I mean, there are so many things going on there that you've kind of dug into and made it yours.
Yes, yep. We have thousands of things in our basement that people don't know about. We have so many volunteers that uncover things that even surprisingly Chris Hunter might not know that we still have.
Come on now.
I know. But
that's hard to believe.
The space down there is really grand, and there's so many valuable items, and that's why I'm really excited for our Big Bang fundraiser on Thursday, May 7th.
Oh, good.
Because
May 7th. Big Bang, huh?
Yes, Big Bang. And we will, in that lecture gallery space where the snow exhibit is, we will have the art of miSci. Okay. So it's kind of like our thank you to the community for their support. And this is what, we're bringing it to the surface to thank you. And, this is what you're helping us to preserve.
So what will your gala have? I mean, May 7th. Let's just give it a shout out. May
Yes,
7th.
yep, May 7th.
What is it going to be? Just a kind of a gathering, or?
Yeah, it's more of a networking event, and we will have food catered by Manhattan Exchange.
Oh, nice.
We will have a photo booth, of course, science demos, a walk-through planetarium experience that will be ongoing throughout the whole event, so that people can get a little bit of a taste of some of the things I mentioned to you here today.
It's always fun. I've been to your galas, and it's always fun. And usually, you had a food truck out there one time, you know. So it could be whatever it is. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, silent auction, wine pull, all the good stuff. Yes. Yes.
Well, I'm amazed at what you're doing, and I know that the museum is, if you haven't been there, and I've talked to people who go, oh yeah, I've been to the museum. I was there a couple years ago. Yeah, but it's changed.
Yes.
Museums change. They don't have the same exhibits all the time.
Yes.
So,
yeah. And I think that that's for the best. We're always changing. I mean, like I was saying, we are the Museum of Innovation in Science. In science, there's always new things. You always are finding new things. So that's what miSci tries to
And you're creative too.
We try.
Yeah.
We certainly try.
Yeah, it's such a pleasure to meet you.
A
I mean, maybe
pleasure.
I met you before at the desk, who knows? But anyway, to meet you on the stage here, and you've done really great. Nice
Thank you.
interview,
I
too.
appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, say hi to Chris for us.
I sure will.
Good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. We're going to switch right over and talk to the Landis Arboretum, which is in Esperance.
Hello, how are you?
Not too far from here.
No, not far at all. We like to say we're in the middle of nowhere, but really close to everything.
Close to everything, yes.
Yeah.
And I listened to Ed on, Fred, on the Vox Pop?
Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, on
Yep.
WAMC.
Yep, we're on this Thursday again.
And it's like
Yep.
really interesting. You know, people ask you a lot of strange questions.
They do, you know, I love it because, you know, no two shows are the same.
Yeah.
You know, they're always different, and the people, you know, sort of drive that. And we are actually going to be, they're going to be on the road to Landis Arboretum on Earth Day this year.
Wonderful.
So
That's
the
the
whole Vox
22nd
Pop,
of
April, yep. So if anyone's interested in attending that, be part of the live show, tickets are available on WAMC.org.
Yeah, AMC is doing a lot of kind of traveling too.
They're trying to do a little more outreach.
Yeah,
into
outreach, which
yep.
I think is a good thing.
Yep, and it's a fundraiser for them, and you know, great PR for us, and we just love hosting. It's a lot of fun. It's that station I've been on there maybe 17 or 18 years
I know
now.
you have, because
So, a lot of fun.
I usually catch you, and I catch Rich Guthrie, and there's a few
Yep.
people that and of course the food, you know.
Of course.
Anyways, there's Valerie Rapson and the whole, great
Yep.
people on there. Gail, you are working on your 75th anniversary. What are you doing?
We are. We're
Gonna get a big cake with 70 kids?
balloons, 75 balloons.
Okay.
No, we pretty much kicked off the 75th anniversary of the Arboretum at the Garden and Flower Show at Hudson Valley.
Yeah. You have a plant
just
sale,
recently.
so usually, don't you have
We
plant-
do.
Yes.
It's the 16th
Yeah.
and 17th of May this
Yeah.
year.
The
Always
weekend-
the weekend after Mother's Day.
Right. And if we're going, the end of March was our big kickoff to that, and Fred did a couple of workshops there one was on pruning, right?
Yep, I
And
did
one
a
was-
pruning workshop. I also did
Did a
a
second
one
one.
on
Did you say a
soils.
pruning workshop?
Pruning,
Pruning.
yep, pruning
Pruning
trees, the
trees.
right and wrongs, and you know, one of the ways to influence, you know, good plant health is proper pruning,
Yeah.
or mess them up by doing improper pruning, and you know, it's one of the most common, probably maintenance procedures that we do to plants.
Yeah.
And then I do one on soils.
You mean I shouldn't use my chainsaw? I go out my chainsaw
Well, I
and go
mean-
zoom, zoom, zoom.
I won't say you shouldn't use it. Just want to make sure you're using it, you know, making good cuts. And
Once
We're
I
gonna-
get that chainsaw in my hand, it's like, what can I cut? It's sort of like if you have a hammer, everything's a nail.
that's true. That's true. Yeah, I can cut glue pipe too, but I don't call me a plumber. So
But yeah, I have a lot of stuff in my backyard, but I'm usually cutting off dead branches. So
Yep.
that's the only thing
yeah,
that
that's
I
a
do.
good one to just kind of get out and, you know, making good collar cuts.
Yeah, you have a hawk thing coming up, I know, on the 25th.
We do.
25th.
Yeah,
And
the
And
migration.
you just are joining us. I found out this morning.
What?
You're joining us with your organization.
Yes, I am. Yeah,
The Singles
yeah,
Outreach.
I'm executive director of an organization. We're bringing a group there
Yep, we're psyched to
on the
have you out.
25th to do the hawk migration, and also, and Richard Guthrie, who is an ornithologist, is coming along on the same trip too.
Oh, is he going to be
Yeah.
there too? Oh,
Yeah.
great,
So,
great.
yeah.
Yeah, and George Steele's running it.
Yeah,
so,
that's what I
and,
knew,
you know,
George.
guaranteed-
And I told, I've been talking to Richard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and he does great, you know, really great job with family programs in
Yeah.
general. So, if, you know, I like to say, if George is running it, you're guaranteed a good time. He's been doing it for a long time. He's been at the Arboretum as long, if not longer than I have, which
Right,
is
right.
28 years this year.
Yeah,
And then-
let's talk about the Arboretum, because if the viewers are here listening and they go, what is that? I'm not sure. You have 40 acres, right?
We have over 300 acres.
Oh, 300 acres.
Over 300. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
But 40 are trails or something?
40 of it is dedicated to what we say trees and shrubs from different parts of the
trees,
world.
yeah.
Mostly focused plantings from our founder, Fred Lape and George Landis.
Yeah.
And they started it back in 51, which is why we're celebrating the 75th this year. But so 40 acres of that is a lot of the mature plantings that these guys put in back in the 50s. Even some late 40s.
They're still going, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. In fact, we've been doing a lot of work to keep up those older specimens, maintaining health, doing pruning.
Yeah, pruning.
You know,
Proper
fertilizing.
pruning.
Proper pruning.
Grooming trails.
Grooming trails. Yeah, we have over 10 miles of hiking trails, and we're planning to add a couple more miles this year with a new trail.
Really? Miles?
Yep.
We're not talking feet, you're talking
No,
miles.
a couple of miles. Yep. It's
Wow.
a new trail that's part of an Eagle Scout project. So
okay.
We're excited to kind of launch that this year.
You have a sculpture garden too?
We have a number of sculptures throughout the Arboretum.
Yeah.
Yep. So
And
art
then meditation. I mean, you're doing a lot of, and the weddings, you can, I mean, you got a lot going on.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we've been getting really popular at weddings, and very little advertising. If you see the site, you come back and visit Landis Arboretum. So once you visit, you're coming back. And you know, I'm not only the director of the Arboretum, I also got married there to my wife as well.
Did you really?
So,
I didn't know
so
that.
I'm also a client.
Yeah, cool. I know that one of the things that impressed me is when I've been there is like the things are labeled, so you know kind of what is that? You know, and then you get a name, and if you like it, maybe you could play
Right,
it.
there's the QR codes on the trail
Yep.
on various, you know, identification as you're walking on the trail. So it tells you about the trees and the various collections. There's the lilac and the rose collection and many other specific ones. Going back to the plant sale, though, one of the featured plants, and we want to be sure to talk about it today, is Betty Corning clematis, which is many people around know Betty Corning.
Yeah, the Corning Towers, yeah.
Right, right.
Corning
And
Reserve.
She was an avid gardener, and she was a supporter of the Landis Arboretum.
Oh, I did not know that.
And a board member at one point.
Yes, she
really?
was.
Okay.
For
Yes.
a number of years, actually.
Quite a few, maybe 20, right? She,
Are there, like I say, I love the idea of what you're doing. Are there many arboretums? I mean, I don't hear about them. Are there many? Or?
There's not a lot around here. There's one in, there's another one in Slingerland's, the Pine Hollow Arboretum, and they're friends of ours too. But we're like one of the only ones, other than them around the capital region.
You're the bigger
around
one,
the capital region.
Yeah,
There are other places that are trying to become an arboretums.
right. Rochester contacted us in that area trying to set up an arboretum as well.
Yep.
Of course, you've got the Arnold Arboretum over at Harvard and that type of thing.
Yeah,
But
and they're big ones. I mean, if you think of the Northeast, we got a lot. There's a lot downstate in like Long Island area,
right.
and then
I
of
don't
course,
hear about 'em much.
New York Botanical Garden, but
the Botanical Garden, yeah.
and Brooklyn Botanical Garden. Those are big ones. But planting fields in Cornell University. But we're one of the bigger ones around the capital region.
Right. Now, I noticed that like you have the hawk migration, that was like $15 if you want to go to that. And if you take the trails, it's a donation of $5. That's not a lot of money.
It's not.
How do you get, I mean, in a way it's good because it gets more people there. But secondly, how do you raise your money?
Yep. So,
Membership.
grants and memberships.
memberships and grants and
fundraisers,
donations.
planned sales.
Yeah,
Okay.
you
And
know,
that's enough to keep you going.
it's enough to keep us growing.
working
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I have to bring up when we were talking about, we have an ancient forest, one of the few ancient forests in the whole Northeast. Well, Bob Leverett, who discovered another ancient forest over in Massachusetts, Western Massachusetts, is going to be our guest speaker June 14th for the afternoon and talk about all of his expertise as a forest guru, if you want to call him that, and conservationist and preservationist.
So, not. I guess I'm getting political, but I just heard that they're getting rid of the forest.
I've heard.
What is that? I mean,
I'm not really quite sure what that really means anymore, to tell you the truth. I mean, we just advocate for trees and their importance in our environment, and we just keep plodding forward with that mission statement. So
I didn't know.
I try not to get too bogged down with what's going on.
We need to protect our forest.
We just keep advocating for trees. Trees are the answer.
Yeah.
But also, we're very involved, and Fred very involved in the big trees of New York, of the
Well,
region
you
of New
actually
York
were out
State.
there measuring the trees
Yes.
at one time.
Yeah.
We do. I still am. Yeah, we at one point in 2022 we found the largest tree in New York State. It's a cottonwood, eastern cottonwood. And
Where was it?
Yeah, well, it's a secret location because it's on private land, and I pledged that I wouldn't tell the landowner. But I will say that it's in Rensselaer County.
Okay.
And it's
So if
growing
you
in a
drive
floodplain.
around, look for a big tree, right?
Yeah, it is visible from a public
Okay.
location, but it's you'd
Well,
have to have a good eye for
what,
it. And,
what makes it the biggest tree? I mean,
well, it's one of the world's largest eastern cottonwood trees. It's when I posted it on social media, people thought it was a redwood. And it's just people aren't used to seeing trees that big.
Oh, really?
In New York, it's because so much of it has been lost.
So
And,
how?
So it's 34 feet in circumference, which was about
Wait,
we're talking
34
Feet
feet
in
in
circumference.
circumference.
Right, so wrap around a tape around the trunk. It's 30. That would measure 34
You
feet.
said feet, right?
Feet, yeah.
Not inches, feet.
No, that's close to 12. That's like 12-foot diameter. So, like I said.
I did not know there was a tree that big,
Yeah.
other than the sequoias.
Right, and most people aren't aware that trees are that were that big in New York, and a big part of it is because we've lost so much. And you talk about forests and what's going on with the forests. The big picture of politics
Yeah.
out there. Like I said, we just keep plodding away and trying to get the message out that
Yeah.
trees are the answer. And
Well, trees are the answer. I mean,
But that was not uncommon in the old days. It's just uncommon now because we've lost so much to logging, to
Yeah.
deforestation. These are the lungs of the planet, folks. I mean, once they're gone, they're gone.
they're
And-
gone. Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
so,
maybe another 500 years they'll
Yeah, and
grow
it's
up
like
again.
statistically less than 3% globally of old growth forests remaining on the earth.
Well, they're trying to maintain the Amazon in certain.
They are,
yeah.
but we're losing a lot of that as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's,
I guess there's some country just recently made sure that they were going to preserve their forests.
Yeah, when
I
you think
forgot
of it,
which
it really
country,
doesn't.
yeah.
I don't want to get bogged down
Yeah.
on this one, but when you think of it, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. Let's cut the lungs down of the planet and try to poison the water,
But
and
those
then
are the
attempt
lungs.
to keep and just keep going away with an idea that maybe money is the best thing in the planet, but it really isn't.
well.
And you can't eat money.
No, you can't.
So-
Well, nah.
Actually, I've got to plug some activities too
So
here.
let's- yeah, that's what I said.
Go ahead.
I know.
Yeah,
Don't
we
get me
could
on this
talk about
tangent 'cause I
trees
could be there.
forever.
That's okay. We can do that.
Yeah, we'll have to do that off here.
June,
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
the plant sale, June 14th, Bob Leverett, who has also written up in Smithsonian Magazine for his discovery
Oh,
of
good.
the ancient forest,
I subscribe to the
Massachusetts.
Smithsonian Magazine. Yeah.
So it was February 2022 issue. So we have a link to that. Then we're doing we've never done a community day, and it's open to everyone.
Wonderful.
Coordinating with the Village of Esperance.
Oh, nice.
And that's the last Sunday afternoon.
It's a
in
big celebration.
July, yes.
It is, and
yes.
it's free to the community.
Free.
The
That's
Arboretum
free.
is free to the
Yeah.
community.
Yeah. Dawn to dusk, 365 days a
Yeah.
year. Then the 20th anniversary of our 5K forest run is also, that's in August 15th, am I right?
I believe that's correct.
And that'll be a biggie for us this year with sponsorship, et cetera.
Send me these dates because
I
I'll
will.
put them in my weekly mailing.
Right, right.
And I'll
Yes.
list
Yeah.
all those events.
Yes,
Yep.
yes. And then
Yeah.
September.
I'd be happy to do that for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And then we have our fall plant sale, which a whole different theme. We're talking about fall crocus. If you've
Okay.
ever seen their large bulbs and beautiful, that you might want to, purchase.
Yeah, really.
It's another fundraiser. And then we're doing a volunteer. We're talking about doing an open mic night and a poetry slam near the end of September.
What
And
a
then
great way. You have a facility that you can do that.
It's
Yeah, we
perfect.
do.
It's grown. If somebody has been there 20 years ago, you wouldn't recognize the place. The meeting house is gorgeous, thanks to a wonderful grant.
I'm coming on the 25th. So
Right,
you'll
see that. You'll
Yeah,
see that.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have a volunteer recognition event the first Sunday in October, and that'll be a big
You're
splash.
celebrating. You're
recognizing-
celebrating that 75th. Yeah.
That's
We are,
it.
and it's also the 25th anniversary of our native plant trail started by Ed Miller, who used to work at GE for
Nice,
retired GE
nice.
retiree.
So you
and,
got a big
fantastic,
celebration year.
We really do. 20th anniversary of 5K, 25th anniversary of the native plant
We're
trail,
gonna help get that word
75th
out
of
for
the
you.
Landis Arboretum, and I like to say, the website is our best marketing tool. So
And we showed some
landisarboretum.org.
pictures. I guess the pictures are up there right now,
Yeah.
just showing what
Yeah.
we.
And those are some past photos you can see
Yeah.
there.
The
The
five-
barn being rebuilt,
The
the
5K
meeting house in the
run
old day.
is there in the.
Yeah, I took your pictures and I kind of
Yeah.
put them up there.
Some of the old
We
plant
need a
cells.
bluebird up there because we're part of the state bluebird trail.
Okay, great.
Yeah, but probably one of the best places in the state for the public to come and see bluebirds. A lot of people have said they've never seen a bluebird till they've come to
Yeah, I've
Landis.
tried to
We see them all
get
the
a
time.
bluebird house, but
But we have fantastic habitat, diverse habitat.
we're going to find out, right?
Absolutely.
So if you've never been to the Landis Arboretum, please take an afternoon. I don't care, during the week or whatever. Just go down there and explore it. And it's sort of a place where things just kind of settle on you.
It really is.
The,
And, you know,
the beauty of nature and the meditation garden and the waterfalls and the rippling brooks
Get
going
away
through
from
there.
all the chaos in our
Yes.
lives
Yeah.
and just enjoy.
and if you have
correct.
30 minutes, there's something definitely to do. And if you have all day,
There's still plenty to do.
Still plenty to do.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much for both of you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you.
You
on-
got it, Ann. Thanks for having us.
25th.
Yeah, it's always, but be sure to send me everything.
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
All right.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and talk to our student actor. Hey, Sean.
Hi, how are you doing?
I know your mom.
Morning.
Yeah, she speaks very highly of you, and I did watch your video when you went before the Niskayuna Town Board, right?
Yes, thank you so much. Yeah. So really, I got into activism around 2 years ago. I talked to
2 years ago.
Yes.
Oh, when you were a kid.
No, so I had a conversation with a refugee from Russia who was fleeing political persecution, and that really inspired me to look at kind of the human face of political policy, public policy, that kind of thing. And then the other thing was when I was younger, I was around 11 at this time, we had the COVID-19 pandemic, which kind of, I think a lot of us before that maybe felt more disconnected from global events, and now we kind of feel more connected to global events because the COVID-19 pandemic kind of showed that we're not so separate from it, that the whole planet is connected.
The whole planet. It was a pandemic.
Yeah, and so with that in mind, I kind of look at how the intersection of like federal policy, for example, and local issues and the human face, and then what we can do to kind of help people. So one of the things that's been going on the past several months is the immigration crackdown.
With the guys, yeah.
Right, and so
And it's reaching our community.
very much so. I think the figure was, and this was as of last year, 2025, that 600 people were detained in the capital region. And
That was last year.
Last year. And that's not even counting.
I did not know that.
Yes. Part of the reason is when a group is targeted for this kind of removal, there is kind of a chilling effect. People kind of go back to their houses. Right. They don't speak out because they're afraid to, lest they be detained or put in a detention center or deported, and so you just don't hear from them as much. But really, it's a widespread issue. So one of the things we've been seeing is people being detained who have no criminal record, who are legal refugees. For example, in January, there was an entire family who was detained outside of a mosque. I believe the Bakhtani family. I don't know how many.
They just targeted them. Yeah.
Right, they were targeted. So this family they were respected members of the community, and they were actually here legally. They were refugees from Afghanistan, and I believe that they actually helped the U.S. military.
That was the part of the
Right.
crackdown when they took people to protect them.
Yes.
Because they were the translators or whatever.
Right.
Into this country, and now they're throwing them out to the wolves.
Right. So it's a really dehumanizing system. It's really dangerous if you think about it. In my own community in Niskayuna, I go to Niskayuna High School. We've had one man detained since Valentine's Day. He was detained he was driving, I think, to the grocery store. Agents got him. And one of the strategies that agents use nowadays to kind of keep people in detention longer, what they do is they move people really quickly. So this man who was taken on February 14th, he was immediately transferred to a detention facility in Louisiana. And
away from everybody.
Right.
And yeah.
Away from legal help. So one of the things, and it's really a last resort, but it's a fundamental legal maneuver is the habeas corpus petition, which
Yeah.
basically that's something you file when you're challenging.
It's you got steps
Right,
to go
right.
through.
You want to challenge an unlawful detainment, and that's a fundamental.
It's a right.
Right, it's a fundamental right. So agents need to get around that because more often than not, courts have struck down a lot of these detainments, and people have had to be released. So in order to keep people in detention for longer, one of the things that they do is they move people really far away
so
because
they're hard to
habeas
find.
Right, because habeas corpus
I never
petitions,
thought about that, yeah.
they have to be filed in the district where the person's detained.
Oh, so they move 'em.
the legal, yeah, so they have to go there. It's
I did
yeah.
not know that. Thank you for sharing that,
Yeah.
because I did not know why they couldn't get some legal, they can't, no access to, yeah.
Yeah, it's a really strange system. It's really disturbing, honestly. I've been to a lot of protests in recent months about this, and I have to say, it is working. There's a lot of public pressure on the Department of Homeland Security to release people who are innocent. And look, I mean, you know, a lot of people support the mass deportation program because they say, oh, well, if you come here illegally, then...
I hate the word illegal.
Right.
Yeah, because, you know.
Me too, but even if we're entertaining that thought, a lot of these people who are being detained are being detained even though they're here legally, even though they helped the U.S. Army, or even though they're, for instance, refugees from Ukraine or Afghanistan, or, yeah.
Well, the one thing is, from what I've seen, is that they put out a directive that you got to get 3,000 a day.
Right.
So therefore, it's like just mass grab people, because it's easier to get that 3,000 if you don't waste any time figuring out if they're right or wrong.
Right. It becomes kind of a dragnet operation, which is inherently dehumanizing because you're kind of denying people their basic individuality. You're basically assigning a certain level of guilt to every single person that they somehow deserve this, which is not true.
I don't think anybody quarrels with, you know, the gang members and things like that.
Right.
Nobody's arguing with people that are just terrible people that happen to be in that.
Right, right.
But when you start grabbing people that they own a bakery, they're own a restaurant, or
Right.
and they're working on a roof, they're just working hard and then you're grabbing them.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. It really is honestly very sad. As a student, you know, I see this as a student activist and an organizer. I try to get as many students to go to protests as possible. And one of the things that I've sadly seen in recent months, a lot of students who are immigrants or or that kind of thing, they're really afraid to speak out.
They're afraid because am I going to be targeted tomorrow?
Right. And I think that most people don't agree with that happening. And I think that really the idea of mass deportations in general, it's a crime against humanity, because
Obama had deportations,
right,
but they did it through habeas corpus. They did they did it with a certain lockstep procedure.
Right.
So it wasn't that this is brand new. I mean, it's been gone under Biden and Obama. I mean, everybody's been involved in that. It's just the method that's happening today. We have
Right, and the scale as well. Because if you anything that's kind of not targeted and not individualized, especially in a democracy, anything that becomes like a dragnet, that violates basic constitutional principles of, now you're creating this group of people who are being targeted. But yeah, that being said, there are a lot of local efforts to combat this. You have a lot of local groups, the New York Immigration Coalition, for example, and what they do is they raise money for like pro bono immigration counsel. So they've actually,
if they can get to it.
If they can get to it. But they have been able to get some people released. I think the number as of last year was in the hundreds. So there is
a little bit of light at the tunnel, but the tunnel's pretty long.
It is a pretty long tunnel. The other thing too that happened was that I want to bring attention to is how Ukrainian refugees were impacted by this. So in January, or I think it was a February memo that was sent out by the Department of Homeland Security, which basically gave the Department of Homeland Security to detain legal refugees in the United States indefinitely. This was challenged in federal court, and the challenge is still pending, so it's kind of halted nationwide. But this actually led to consequences for Ukrainian refugees in the area. So a lot of these people who have fled war and persecution.
They were asylum seekers.
Right. There was one case actually where a woman was interviewed and her relative actually self-deported back to Ukraine because she was afraid of being detained in the United States.
Well, that's the problem, because they say you can either go to the gulag or else you can be in self-deport, know, and so sometimes they have to do that. But yeah, it's just a terrible situation. We're almost out of time.
Yes.
Sean,
yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, of course.
I love your perspective and what's going on because you've helped me a little bit.
Of course. I do want to just end on a note of hope here because the fact that we're here talking about this at all and the fact that we can talk about this is really good. So we're bringing attention to the issue. And as students, we absolutely
need the
believe.
voice.
Yeah.
We need your voice.
Yeah. Thank you.
Please, yeah. I just want to tell you who's coming on in the next show. We have the Albany Civic Theater, Harbinger Theater, Octavo Singers, and Schenectady Civic Players. And thank you for watching Capital Region Today. I'm going back to Sean. You can watch that or listen to me. So anyway, Sean, I really appreciate what you're doing as a student to speak out. I had grandsons that were very similar to you and were willing to speak out on other issues, but nothing quite as dramatic as what's going on today.
Yeah, it's a dangerous situation.
But thank you for being here.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching Capital Region Today. I'm Ann Pearlie, your host, and also the producer of this little play that we do every so often. So thank you for watching.